Unrest at Mike Durfee State Prison in Springfield. The Department of Corrections says several officers were in a fight last night. 6 were hurt. We do know that some DOC staff suffered minor injuries as well while restoring order. There were no assaults on staff, no loss of facility operations, and no damage to property, we're told.
But today, correctional officers, inmates, and their families tell us the arrest is not over. First Alert investigator Beth Warden has been following this story all day.
This is a prepaid debit call from an inmate at Mike Durfee State Prison.
Phone calls, texts, and messages continue to flood in, describing more unrest at the Mike Durfee State Prison. The chanting of those behind bars is the same as a similar unrest recently in Sioux Falls.
We want more! We want more!
While the Department of Corrections described yesterday as a fight with 6 inmates receiving non-life-threatening injuries and saying order has been restored, this inmate says it's not over.
This is not a fight. This is a full-scale riot gang war.
And the frustration is mounting with limited phone time, reduced rec time, elimination of jobs, a claim of a lack of medical attention. While contraband is acknowledged by the DOC, an inmate can only get rehab for the last 6 months of their sentence. This inmate wants Secretary Kelly Wasco removed from her position due to the sweeping changes since taking the position.
The decisions she's making is ruining our lives, is affecting our futures. There's no rehabilitation in her regulations and rules that she's applying.
A mom describes being on the phone with her son yesterday during the fight.
There was a big brawl, a big fight. Rocks were actually getting smashed over inmates' heads. They were actually smashing their heads in, the way he said it. Eyeballs were actually coming out of eye sockets.
She disagrees with the DOC's claim of order being restored.
It started back up again this morning, out on the yard.
While inmates spend an increasing amount of time in their cells, some claiming temperatures hovering around 100 degrees, a mom has a message for every inmate.
You guys are all in this together. You're all in prison for one reason or another. You know, you did what you did. You do your time. You get out. Why cause more ruckus and, life-changing injuries to somebody? Or death?
In Springfield, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.
Now, we want to let you know that just minutes ago, we received another statement from the Department of Corrections saying, quote, another fight occurred this morning with a few inmates. Staff responded immediately and restored order. We continue to investigate both fights. Any criminal activity that is identified will be referred to DCI, and we are not going to discuss security-related information.